Hey to all my YouTube brothers and sisters. I think the last video I showed a magazine that I bought called Comic Book Creator, and it had a really nice article in it about Jack Kirby, and so that kind of got me on a Kirby kick. So I started going back through and actually had to read a big stack of stuff, and so I decided to just pull out a random stack of Kirby stuff. Now it's not gonna, a lot of it might not look apparent that it's Kirby, but there's Kirby art in it. Just some of my favorite books. Well, any book with Kirby in it is a favorite book. But here's the first one. There's Action Comics 449. It's a giant size issue. It's one of the square bounds that I love so much. But you got your basic, you got your Superman, Kurt Swan story in the front, and you have a Gil Kane Adam reprint, and you actually have some Green Arrow by Kirby, and I think he actually goes to another dimension and meets like a giant size alien version of himself that he teams up with. But it's a really cool little story. I don't know if you can see that there, but yeah, it's like a Golden Age Green Arrow story, I guess. Really good stuff. More Kirby reprints in this. Monsters on the Prowl number 19. I think George Russos actually did this cover. But I love these old monster comics anyway, so anything that's got a Kirby or Ditko reprint in it, I'm all over it. I might have shown some of these books before, but this is one of my favorite things he did for DC. The Manhunter, first issue special number 5. It's a really cool story. And here's a good run of stuff. Black Magic number 2. Simon and Kirby. I think that might be Jerry Grandinetti or whatever his name is on the cover, but it's got some great Kirby stuff in it. There's DC Comics Presents 84, Superman and the Challengers of the Unknown. And there's actually some Kirby Superman art that somebody hadn't retouched. I'm sure a lot of you know about all that stuff with Jimmy Olsen and all that, where I don't know if they had Murphy Anderson to come in and redo the faces, or Al Plastino or somebody, but which was stupid to me. But this is pure Kirby. And for some reason, another copy of first issue special number 5. We've shown this before. Machine Man number 1. I thought this was a fun little title. This kind of went from anybody that's read Kirby's 2010 or 2001 Space Odyssey. This is kind of an offshoot of that. So, and I got a couple reader copies of some Thor books. There's Thor 167. Some Kirby art. And Thor 172. This is always one of my favorite Thor covers. This one's pretty beat up, you can tell. Over in here and here. You can tell I've read this one quite a bit. And there's more Kirby reprints in this. Tomb of Darkness number 11. I'm not sure what the stories are that he did in here, but I do know that there is some Kirby stuff in there, so for all you Kirby completists, this is a good title to check out some of his early stuff. Same thing with this book, Tomb of Darkness number 16. Book, can't talk, sorry. And here's a great Kirby cover, Chamber of Darkness number 5. Always loved this story, and Fear Shall Follow. Kirby art. So this one, Crazy #2. In the same vein as Not Brand Ec or ARG or whatever, a lot of the spoof, all the humor stuff Marvel put out. And Creatures on the Loose #11. Moomba is here. Yeah, that's a great Kirby cover. Looks like a reader copy, or my original copy of Cobra #1. I think it's Ernie Chan on the cover, but you got Kirby and Pablo Marcos on the art. I always thought this was a pretty cool series. And there's a couple of reprints in these books. This Detective Comics 440, 100 page, square bound. I think you got a, I'm not sure what the reprint is in this one. Okay, Simon and Kirby Sensation from the Golden Age, so I'm guessing it's probably Sandman in this one. That's one thing I like about these 100 pagers. I mean, you'd always get a cool story in the front, probably like Jim Aparo art or Irv Novick or somebody, and then you got some cool reprints. You got Golden Age Green Lantern, Doll Man, and this was also one of my favorite stories. You had the Paul Kirk Manhunter by Walt Simonson, so that was a really cool run. And the last one I've got here, Detective Comics 442. Same as before, you got a new story in the front. I got some cool reprints, more Manhunter by Simonson, and you got a Golden Age Guardian reprint by Kirby. So, really cool book. Alright guys, I'll probably be back soon with another stack of Kirby goodness. So, again, thanks for watching. Appreciate all comments and questions. And onward and upward.